Hey everyone, this is Candice from Everyday Better. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Move, Recover, Thrive. This one is all about your VO2. And if there was one metric that you could bottle that predicts longevity, it's VO2. So VO2 is the volume of oxygen that your body can use within a minute under intense activity. So if you think about it, it's really three stages. One is how much oxygen can your lungs take in? The second part of that is how well can your heart transport that oxygen throughout your body? And the third part is how well do your muscles pick up that oxygen from your blood? There's a few really fancy ways of testing, and there's a few easy ways too. You can have it clinically tested. You can also just check on your high-tech Garmin. They give you a pretty good indicator. And the third way is a physical test of how fast can you run 2.4 kilometers. If you're a 40-year-old male, then you want to get that into under 11 minutes. And if you're about a 40-year-old female, you want to get that into under 12 and a half minutes. It does seem really fast, but remember this is about intense activity and how well your body can take that oxygen. Now, the reason that you want to have your VO2 really high is because it naturally declines 10% at every age once in 10 years after you pass 30. So if you have a really high one, then you're setting yourself up really well for when you're 80. Because the technical part of this is, there is what's considered an independency floor. So if you hit a VO2 max of 18 to 15 or below, then it means you probably wouldn't be able to have independent living anymore. So what we're aiming for is as high as we can while we're young, so the natural decline still keeps us above 18. If you consider the categories, you're speaking elite athletes are kind of 70 to 90, really high fitness levels, 50 to 60. Pretty great fitness is kind of 45 and above, and anything lower than 25 is considered poor or at risk. But it's something we can all really work on. One really good way of working on it, if you think that your VO2 is a little lower than what you want to be, is called the Norwegian 4x4. It's a great way of moving your VO2 max up, because remember the VO2 max is the ceiling. Think of zone 2 as the base, VO2 max is the ceiling of intensity. So the Norwegian 4x4 is go really hard for 4 minutes on any of the cardio equipment, rest for 4 minutes, do that 4 times. If you try and do that once a week, it's a pretty tough thing to do. If you try and do it once a week, you'll see that your VO2 max increases. That's it for VO2 max. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one next week.